And we are live! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Savin's World. My name is Savin, and I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today. It is Friday, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. Stream time! Yeah, baby. Oh, I'm excited for tonight, guys. Thank you again for joining me. And, yeah, today we're going to be talking about the drinking water update. I'm going to go into some details about the update, exactly what it is. I really just kind of want to have a discussion with you guys. You know, what are you guys' thoughts? What are your feelings? What are your concerns? And what do you like about the update? If there's anybody out there who likes the update, you know, we're going to have a respectable conversation about what to expect from the new Alpha 21 drinking water system. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, I've been looking forward to this all week, guys. I constantly say, and I mean it wholeheartedly, that Friday is my favorite night of the week. It's one thing to post the videos and respond to comments and all that fun stuff, but something completely different when you actually get to interact with viewers and fans in real time. So yeah, it's awesome. It is awesome. So yeah, we're kind of getting back to basics here on Savin's World. I spoke about it last week a little bit, but I had to take a different approach to the content on Savin's World due to time constraints. Let's Plays are just a little easier to record and edit and upload. They're a little less time intensive than the tutorials and that kind of thing. So, yeah. But now that my situation has changed a little bit, we're going to get back to the thing that really I focused on in the beginning, and what people really come to this channel to see and to hear. And that's the tutorials and the updates and just the news regarding 7 days and other games, and we're gonna go get back to that. And the same can be said about the streams, guys. Past couple of weeks, I've been reviewing Rings of Power, and again I want to say, ow, darn you, party girl. I want to say thank you guys for indulging me in my rantings and ravings. If you caught those streams, you'll know why I felt compelled to discuss them. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I've read all of the books multiple times. And, yeah, it was a cathartic experience to be able to rant and rave. So, even though it was not what I normally do on this channel, I did want to say thank you all for indulging me and allowing me to do that, because I needed to vent. So, but that being said, we are going to be getting back to normal, get back to basics here on Savin's World, which includes tonight's stream. Recently released a video about the drinking water update coming in Alpha 21. I discussed what exactly it entails, why the devs have said that they actually are making that change, and then my thoughts and observations about the change. Now, because it was a video and not a really long form content, I did have to pick and choose what topics to discuss. pick and choose the areas that I wanted to focus on. Which brings us to the stream today, because this is a long form, like a really long form piece of content. We are going. I stream for roughly 3 hours, so we do not have to cut anything. We can talk about every aspect of the change. But the update video was pretty well received. I loved hearing you guys' feedback on it. So today we're going to talk about the update, and we're going to go into some details that I did not discuss, and I would love to hear what you guys think about it. So before we jump into the conversation, let me jump into chat and say, Blind Watchman, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Mirani, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. Old Crow Gaming, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Anthony, how you doing? Great to see you. Buck, I'm just going to say Buck, because if I try to say your whole name, I'm going to mess up. Buck, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Rosie Owl, how you doing? Very good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Solar Edge, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Asmo, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And Kelly, good to see you, Kelly. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Oh, also, guys, my Wednesday video, Kelly, the moderator that just chimed in there, he was one of the ones who gave me the idea to make that video. So if you enjoyed my farming trick video that I released this week, give Kelly a round of applause, because he was instrumental in inspiring the making of that video. So, Kelly, you rock. Shannon rocks as well. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. All right. So, let's start off by talking about, you know what? Where is the trader? Let's take a look at the map here. Where are ya? Where are ya? You know what? Let's just do this. I don't want to do that here. Let's just... This is my testing world, so there we go. We'll just spawn there. We're gonna grab a quest. This, like I said, it's gonna be just a kind of a relaxed stream. Shannon, there you are. I knew you had to be around. So thanks for joining, Shannon. And Patrick, how you doing? Thank you very much for joining. All right. I don't want to do anything too crazy, so we're actually gonna do. Let's do his tier 3.
Can you help me out?
Yep. All right, Jim. Thank you. So yeah, it's gonna be a relaxed stream. I don't want to do anything too intense. That way, I want to try to focus my attention more on chat and having the conversation with you guys, than having to worry about getting overwhelmed by a bunch of Zamba jerks. So that is exactly what we are going to do. Yeah, so we're going to start with what exactly is changing. So, first big change, jars. Bye-bye. No longer in the game. They are getting rid of the empty jars. Is there a body of water nearby here? Yes. All right. Just, is it that way? Yep, that way. Okay. And I'm going to have to do this here. Yeah. Another change, you can now directly drink from water sources. You just go up to the water source and you press E on the keyboard, or the action, the trigger here on your controller, and whoop, you can suck down some murky water directly from bodies of water. So that is coming to the game in Alpha 21. They are also introducing a brand new crafting station, although I don't know if crafting station, a new item to the game. There's really no, after you get it made, there's really no crafting involved. You pretty much just set it down and let it do its thing. But they are introducing the Dew Collector, which is going to be the way that you can get potable water. You'll get roughly 3 jars of boiled water, drinkable water, per day, and per Dew Collector. And these are not small workstations, guys. These are not small things. They're actually, I think they were saying they're 3 blocks by 3 blocks. So I'll give you a demonstration of about how big they are here. Oh, nope. Okay. Work with me, blocks here. Oh, there's that. Okay. So just imagine that that there is there. And I think they said that they were 4 blocks high. I believe is what I read. I could be mistaken on the exact dimensions, guys. But it is not a small station. Here, we'll finish building this here. There we go. All right. So this is the area that a dew collector, minus that, because I don't want to break out that block in order to put this down. This is the area that a dew collector is going to take up. Now it might be only 3 blocks high instead of 4. It could be 3. So it might be 3 by 3 by 3. But yeah, this giant space, this whole thing, to get 3 bottles of water a day. That's what they're going with. Okay. Let me pick up my frames. I gotta clean up after myself here. You know, don't want to leave a big mess in the middle of the downtown area here. So we'll pick all this up back up. So yes, 3 by 3 dew collector. All you do, you set it down, and you just let it do its thing. It'll fill up. It'll spawn pretty much water. It just spawns it, and since there's no more empty jars, it'll spawn with a jar. There you go. 3 bottles of water a day. Okay. All right. So what else is going to be changing? Oh, snow is no longer a viable source of water. You cannot use it to make dirty water or murky water anymore, or boil it for clean water, anything like that. So yeah, murky water or snowballs are now just used in the yucca fruit smoothie. What's the actual name of it? Sorry guys, I have to look this up here. Yeah, yucca juice smoothie. That's what it is. It'll be used in the yucca juice smoothie recipe. And you can, throw them at your friends. That's literally the only things that they're good for. And the devs said that specifically when outlining the change, that is all that they're good for. So yeah, no more digging up snowballs to get yourselves water. It is that's what we have to look forward to. What else am I forgetting? So we've got the dew collector, empty jars going bye-bye. Oh, you need a cooking pot again in order to cook murky water into drinkable, potable water. And we also you'll no longer find, or it'll be a very, very rare chance to find potable water and other drinks like teas and coffee in loot. If you are lucky enough to find anything, you will find murky water, and murky water only, except for on in certain loot containers, you might have a very small chance of finding. Oh, hey Ron, how you doing, buddy? Whee! No, stop. What else? I know I think I'm probably forgetting some other stuff here. Hey guys, just come right over here, okay? Come on. Hey buddy, here. Thank you for your service. Okay, down they go. Yeah, so dew collector. We'll talk about the specifics of the dew collector here in just a second, because it's a very important topic that will really change. I mean, it changes a lot, guys. It really does. So yeah, dew collector and how you can get your hands on a dew collector. It's kind of a big deal. Jars are gone. Oh, all right, we're going out here. Hey, buddy. You did? Who else? Who else we got? Are you both slow pokes? Yeah, you're both slow pokes. All right, you did. Didn't we do this one last week? I'm pretty sure we did. Whoa! No! Marlene, knock it off. There we go. Dead and dead. Yeah, so empty jar is gone. You can drink directly from water sources. There is no way to transport water. You can't transport, jars are gone. Can't transport water in your cooking pot or anything like that. Yeah, it's just, there's just no way to transport large amounts of water anymore. So, bummer. Bye-bye. Hello. All right. Ooh, double big boys. Hey, big boys. How you doing? Hold on, guys. Got a couple big boys to take care of. There we go. Oh, Marlene, are you again? Come on. Come on, lady. Sneaking up on me. All right. And you die. And you die. And where's the last one? Where's he at? You got back? Hello? You out here? Hello? Nope, it's just a slow guy walking down the stairs. There we go. He did. Alright. We did it. Hooray! See, even taking a tier 3 was kind of distracting. I'm easily distracted, though, guys, so that's not saying much. Alright, yeah. What did I miss here? T.S. Woods, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Callum, welcome to the stream. Who else did we get here? Mike, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. And anybody else who joined that I missed you, sorry about that. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I think I covered pretty much most of the changes. Snow is no longer a viable source of water. You can't use it to make water. You can't loot water in loot anymore, except for murky water, except for on very, very rare occasions or occurrences. Empty jars are gone. And the dew collector. That is what we're getting. So, let's talk about why they have decided to make this change. And I think their goal is, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. And arguably, I think they have a point on the why, or at least what they say their why is. So, all right, let's do this here. All right, there we go. All right, Jen, I'm done doing jobs here. We're just gonna go run around the town, and that way I can continue chatting with the audience here. All right, so they are trying to put a focus back on the survival aspect of 7 Days to Die. And I honestly, I like that fact. I think that is a very good thing. Bringing back the survival aspect, cool. I like it. If we are being honest, water is pretty easy. It's really easy to get. Somebody messed up. You had one job. See what I mean about being easily distracted, guys? One of the center lines is out of whack. It's not straight, and I'm yep. Ooh, squirrel. Oh, gotta love it. All right. So yeah, I like the fact that they're trying to focus in a little bit more on the survival aspect of the game. Water is very plentiful in the game. Getting your hands on potable water is very, very easy. It's not really difficult at all. And I think anybody with, that has an honest assessment of the current version of the game would have to come to that conclusion. That yes, it's very easy to get your hands on potable water. It's very easy to get your hands on an infinite water supply. I have demonstrated several times the old infinite water supply trick. In fact, I can show it off right here in about 2 seconds here. Let's go find some grass though. That way I can get a good enough area here. No, not this time, lady. No. Last time you punched me in the face. Not this time. Ain't gonna happen. Whee! Alright. I think I could probably do it here. Alright, so all you have to do... Whoop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Ta-da! Get your hands on a bucket. Let me grab a bucket here real quick. Buckets can be made for next to nothing in the forge. Once you get your forge, boom, you're good to go. Bucket, fill it with water, and boom. Infinite water supply, all right? So yes, it's very, very easy currently to get your hands on an infinite water supply. I mean, it's very easy, very easy. And I don't think, honestly, and I think them trying to, you know, focus on making that a little more involved, you know, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I think that is good. But so that's why they decided to do what they're doing. And I think that's an admirable goal. I think it's good. I think it will, in the long run, if they had approached it properly or correctly, or in a way that makes sense, it could be a very good thing for the game. However, the way they've chosen to go about that change is stupid, in my humble opinion. It's silly. And we'll get into why I feel that way. Well, every time I come to this area, I get that stupid error message. Every time. Maybe I should just stop coming to this area. Maybe. Mike V, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Again, guys, I want to say, oh, you guys remember that? Oh, that was fun. Yeah, maybe I should just stay on the outskirts. Again, this is my testing world, guys. I created this world when Alpha 20 originally dropped. And we're on 20.6, almost a year later. And I'm still using the same world. So, yeah, it's probably a little buggy. Yeah, but what I wanted to say, guys, is, you know, as with any stream that I do, rule number one, don't be a jerk. I love having differing opinions, people with different points of view, different perspectives. I love that. I encourage you guys to discuss, share your opinions, and all that fun stuff. And if you disagree with each other, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not disagreeable. Don't be a jerk, but you know what? Let's talk about it and let's have fun. You know, that's the point. So I encourage you all to, you know, share your opinions, your thoughts, that kind of thing. And I will jump back into chat here in just a second to see what I missed. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Thomas, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Bombchus, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. So, yeah, I think that the idea behind the change, or the reason behind the change, is a sound one. When I first started playing this game, it was, you know, 6 years ago on the console version, and on the console version, water is, especially early on, can be very, very difficult. It can be challenging. It was much more challenging, in my opinion, than it currently is. So, kind of putting a focus on that, yeah, I think that's cool. That's good. That's good. So, you know, I applaud them for the idea, but the execution, the way they're going about it, that leaves a lot to be desired. And we'll get into several reasons why that is in a second. But first, let me know what you guys think. Okay, so we know the why. They want to focus in on the survival aspect, right? Make it feel, you know, a little bit more challenging, more of a progression. I think that is, you know, That's cool. That's a good goal. That's something that yeah, I can get behind, right? Sorry, I needed a drink to wet my whistle. Let's see. Fragler Rocker, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. But what do you guys think? I mean, do you think? I mean, do you agree that the survival aspects of the game kind of have taken a little bit of a back seat, been pushed to the back burner a little bit in recent updates? Me personally, I think some attention could be again. The survival aspects, I do believe, deserve some attention and some fine tuning. Absolutely, I personally believe that. But let me know what you guys think. It's I don't know. I mean, I do know. I have my own personal opinions, but I think it's safe to say that the current version, getting your hands on food and water is really no charm in it. No challenge at all, and it's kind of cool that that they're thinking about, working on that. But the how they're going about it, I think, leaves a lot to be desired. In my personal opinion. So let me jump back into chat here. What do we got? Huh? Seven, I have a crazy idea for the Fun Pimps for the month of October. Patrick, let me know. Yeah, type it in. Let us know what your idea is. And maybe I just missed it. Let's see. People will just change their tactics and start water farms. Yes, they will. And unfortunately, they're going to have to. Especially with certain play styles. And we'll get into that here in just a second. Hopefully they decide to shrink the collector zone. 3x4 is ridiculous. Yeah, it's a big station. Really big station. Alpha 21, the death of the crafter that stays in base doing the things no one wants to do. Yes, we are now forced to loot and craft to get all the skill books and parts. Yes, and yeah, the new learn by looting system. Hey, Bunny, how are you? Don't worry, I won't kill you. I made a promise to Ninja. I'm not going to just kill a bunny for the sake of killing a bunny. All right, let's see. Will bottles be craftable in the forge still? No, empty bottles are gone. They're completely removing them from the game. First time catching a live stream. Can you run through Grace's... using only the chainsaw for some laughs? I don't think Grace has respawned yet, because we took Grace out last stream. I smacked her in the face with my club, and yeah, I don't think she's respawned yet. So let's see. It's not a V. It puts two V's put together, make it a double U. Why it's a W instead? With double V, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Mike, but okay. I probably missed something. That's probably, yeah, I miss a lot, guys. Sorry. Let's see. Bear Harry, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Problem is how to make glue after Alpha 21. Yes, we will get into that here in just a little bit. That's something I didn't cover in my video. And I'm actually, guys, little announcement. I am going to be making a follow-up video for the drinking water update that is going to cover that aspect specifically. Because it is a major concern. Especially people who use the archery build and rely on explosive arrows for Horde Night. Yeah, say goodbye to explosive arrows, guys. They're going to be a luxury. Damon, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Let's keep on going here. I'll stick to Darkness Falls then. You're not alone there. There's a lot of people who are probably going to be making that same decision. Yeah, I didn't think of the glue. Yeah, I recognized it as a problem. But again, like I said, the last video that I made, I had a specific focus in mind that I wanted to talk about, so I didn't include it, but I did plan on, like I said, I'm going to be doing a follow-up video that will be discussing that issue specifically. All right. Let's see here. Hunter, welcome to the stream. Not sure if I said welcome to you. Steve S, welcome to the stream. Why not add canteens made from leather? You know, I think that's something we're going to talk about, guys. I think we should discuss some alternatives. Some things they could do instead of what they're choosing to do. I think that would be good. A good thing for us to do. So we'll get into that too. Yeah, I second the question. What about glue? Yep. Again, guys, probably Wednesday's video is going to be dedicated entirely to that topic. So, and we'll talk about it here on the stream once we get into my thoughts and observations section. We'll get into that for sure. Mercury water will be in vending machines too, I think. I think you're probably right. I believe vending machines are going to be even more relied upon than they are now for all sorts of things. So, oh, here we go. Patrick says, for the month of October, have a player to be death and roam the server and appear to players. Give him like a Grim Reaper skin. Excuse me. Yeah, I love it. I get their focus, but couldn't they just scale back the effects of the drinks, requiring more needed to run through our inventory stash faster instead? Yeah, again, well, I think there's a lot of things that they could do that would make more sense and would actually solve the problem without creating 100 other problems at the same time. Let's see. Anthony, they may curb the recipe for glue. Glue and duct tape are going to be much harder, not to mention repair kits. Yes. Yeah, you may be right, Asmo. They have not released, at least not that I've seen, any information about changing the recipes for glue or anything like that. They may do that, but yeah, I have yet to see any announcements to that stating that so far. So, let's see. Who else did? Frizzatronics, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Video Gamer 24/7, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. All right. Will water still be used in cooking? Yes, it will. The cooking recipes are going to stay the same. I believe that they made that pretty clear on the forums. They're not going to be updating cooking recipes. They like all the teas and everything like that are still going to stay the same as well. They could have left the glass jars in and just made them harder to find. As for food, in the beginning of the game, I've died of hunger multiple times in the same game. Yeah, food can be an issue if you're not careful. I personally, I never really had any issues with it. I mean, on console, like I said, the console version was or is. I mean, it's still out there and it's still got a pretty massive fan base. But I found survival on the console version much more difficult than current PC version. Hey, Bambi. I said I wouldn't kill the bunnies. I didn't say anything about Bambi or Bambi's mom. The way they look when they're dead is so stupid. Oh, hey, buddy. How you doing? Whoa, darn it. Elevation changes. Are you dead? Okay, he's dead. Hey, Marlene, how you doing? You dead. That's how you doing. All right. Let's see. What did I miss here? What's up, Seven? Good to see you, Video Gamer. Thank you very much for joining. No more explosive arrows. Insert screaming cat meme. Yes, exactly right. Let's see. Me as well, Damon. Explosive arrows should still be in, but if duct tape becomes more scarce, we won't be making them much. Yes, exactly right. They're going to be a luxury item, which is... okay. I'll stick to Undead Legacy. Can't go back after remote crafting. It should be in vanilla. It sucks to run to all the chests to craft when the chest is right beside you. Yeah, that is one cool feature. And again, there's going to be I think that's going to be a common theme, guys. There's going to be a lot of... I mean, and I kind of even mentioned it last week. I mean, there's a reason that the vast majority of people who cover 7 Days to Die don't even play vanilla. They don't play vanilla anymore. I honestly think that I was one of the last people, like my strength only challenge was a vanilla playthrough series. And I don't know of any other 7 Days YouTubers. And to be honest, guys, I don't watch any other 7 Days YouTubers except for my friends like Asmo. I check out his channel and his videos. But oh, Bambi, Bambi's mom. Didn't I kill you already? Didn't you learn your lesson, lady? Oh, I missed her. Ah, there we go. Ha ha. Hey, this one doesn't look quite as derpy. Mouth isn't wide open. But yeah, I don't really watch many other. I mean, I just don't have time to watch YouTube, other YouTube videos. But from what I'm told, I was like one of the last people to actually play 7 Days Vanilla because everybody is going to Darkness Falls, Undead Legacy, all of the other modded versions, and there's a reason for that. So yeah. Oh, Jawoodle does vanilla runs. Oh, okay, cool. So I guess I'm not alone. There is one other 7 Days YouTuber out there who does vanilla. Man, I don't know why that bugs me so much. I don't know why it bugs me so much, but it does. All right. Rat Brainhead, welcome to the stream. Even Jawoodle's finally doing Undead Legacy and loving it. Yeah, see, that's what I really, other than featuring a couple of the modded versions on my streams, I've never actually jumped in and done videos on the modded versions. It's because I love the, and it sucks, guys, because let me address something real quick here, guys. I love 7 Days to Die. I love the game, and I get crap sometimes from people saying, when I criticize the game, that, oh, I'm just a hater, I absolutely hate this game, I want to see it fail, and blah, 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 blah. And nothing could be further from the truth. I'm a fan. I'm not a shill. I will give you my God's honest opinion, whether that is this is awesome or this is crap. I will tell you what I feel or what I think. 100% of the time, I'm a straight shooter. I'll tell you what I think. And the reason I voice my opinions and my concerns about these updates is because I'm concerned for the game that I care deeply about. We're fans. That's what we do, right? That's part of the deal. And we're not always going to agree on the changes, and some things I may hate that you may love. That's cool. It's cool. We can have a different opinion. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But I'm not going to let, there is always going to be a small contingent of the fan base that if you criticize, if you are concerned, then you just hate this game and you want it to fail and blah, 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 blah. So I will address those people. No. That's not the case. That's very small-minded thinking. And you're more than welcome to disagree with my takes, with what I say about the game that I love. If I criticize it, I'm criticizing it for a reason. It's because I love this game. I've been playing this game forever. I built a YouTube channel basically devoted to this game. And I don't want to see it fall off a cliff and go the way that so many other games have. And I'm starting to see signs that are very troublesome, that are very worrisome. And I'm trying to ring the bell. I'm trying to sound the alarm. So hopefully somebody will listen to this. at least listen to the criticisms, right? Listen to them. And then let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk about it. That's it. So, yeah. I just wanted to put that out there, first and foremost. I don't criticize 7 days because I hate it. I criticize 7 days when I see something wrong because I love it and I want to see it succeed. And the things that are going on give me pause and are concerning. So, there you go. All right. Let me jump back in here. Glock is vanilla. Okay, so there are some more people still doing vanilla. That's good to hear. I was informed, and if I'm incorrect, I'm incorrect. That's fine. That a lot of the 7 Days creators are doing Darkness Falls series or Undead Legacy series, and have pretty much been avoiding vanilla for a while. So if I'm wrong about that, guys, my apologies. That is just the information that I was provided. Okay, let's see. I always use weapons such as pistols, shotguns, and rifles. Cool. That's one thing that I love about this game is that you can use a variety of weapons, different play styles, try different things. Unfortunately, that's becoming less and less the case as things go by, or time goes by. Let's see. Tried Darkness Falls. My computer said no. Yeah, Darkness Falls is a much more resource intensive just because there's a lot more going on in Darkness Falls. So, yeah. We criticize because we want the game to be better. Exactly right. The dev should work with the modders to create the best game possible. Yeah, I mean, I think the devs should make the game the way they want to, but at the same time, they need to, you can't please everybody. It's impossible to do. And they keep saying, we have a vision for this game, but then they keep making all these changes and updates. It's like, well, what exactly is your vision? Because your vision seems to change from update to update. So, maybe maybe the Fun Pimp should come out and kind of let us know what that vision is. I don't know. It might be a good idea because some of the things they are doing just don't make sense. Let's see. Awesome, Savin. I love that. Well, thank you, T.S. Woods. I appreciate that. Let's see. I can get behind that. The modding community shouldn't have to fix the Fun Pimps game. Yeah, and unfortunately, that's one of the things that I and it's not just the Fun Pimps. It is like almost universal in the gaming industry nowadays. Is the developers release a product that is buggy as all hell, and then the modders have to go in and fix all the mistakes that the devs made or failed to address. And it's not just the Fun Pimps. That's pretty much you name the franchise, and I guarantee there's bugs out. They come out riddled with bugs, and they leave it up to the modders to fix the bugs. So I mean, just look at Skyrim, guys. That game is what, 11 years old, I think, something like that. And there are still bugs that were in the game that were there on launch day. And that has probably one of the most extensive modding communities in the gaming world. So, all right. Real quick, let's see. Jordy, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Schneide, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Let's keep on rolling here. Fun Pimps need to just leave the game alone and let us play the way we want to play. I mean, what are they pushing for in 7 Days to Die's future? Realistic survival? We have that. Yeah. Well, again, I think it's about time to get into my thoughts and feelings about this game. We're about 45 minutes in, so yeah, I kind of give you guys the what's happening and why they have decided to make the change. So let's talk about what that means. Well, let me get caught up on chat here. Hey, just wanted to say you were the first 7 Days to Die YouTuber I watched. I love the video. Oh, that's awesome to hear, Jordy. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Character graphics are going to improve. That's nice, at least, even though I don't see it very often. Yeah, I think Old Crow sent me a screenshot or a picture of the new character models, and yeah, that's kind of cool. I am not as obsessed with the aesthetic. Alpha 20 was largely aesthetic. It was superficial update. There was not really much like substance to Alpha 20. It was a lot of new artwork and new visuals and that kind of thing, and that's cool. But we want a little bit more meat on that bone. It was all bone, no meat. So yeah. Question: has anyone ever put a bunch of barrels in a hole filled with flammable or combustible things and blow the barrels up? Yes, actually, not in a hole, but it's a good way to mine. You can throw or like make tunnels and that kind of thing. You use explosives for that. But on I think it was my 1,000 subscriber celebration, we took on did a bunch of zombie hordes. Day 700, I don't remember. Late game hordes, killed a bunch of zombie jerks, and then at the very end, we wanted to go out with a bang. So I surrounded the bases with barrels, and failed miserably the first 2 times when trying to place down the blocks. Accidentally misplaced a block, and the whole thing exploded in my face. But we finally succeeded with the last one. So I think we blew the death hole was the one that we actually blew sky high. So yeah. Excuse me. All right. The vision of the game is to have people play their game a certain way. Sadly, Schneidi, I'm slowly but surely coming around to that point of view. Yeah, it's update after update. It seems like they are shying further and further away from the concept of a sandbox design, which is it's unfortunate. All right, let's see. Plenty of time blown up Dishong that way. Yeah, I exactly right. Asbo. I attempted to do that during my the Alpha 20 live streams, and yeah, it caused some major issues. No, YouTube, go away. No. Sorry, YouTube just popped up and said, hey, now's a great time for an ad. And I'm like, screw you, YouTube. I'm not putting an ad in the middle of my live stream. Get bent. I'm here talking with the viewers. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, YouTube. Okay. Let's see. Got to step out for a bit. Be back later. Hey, no worries, old crow. You do your thing, brother. I'll probably still be here when you get back, and if not, you can always catch the replay on Savin's World Live, which will go on. It should be up. The replay should be up on Savin's World Live on Sunday. So if you guys miss any of the stream, definitely check out the replay there. I like to wait to put my talents in until I get my first weapon. Example, shotgun drops. I'm going strength. Pistol. I'm going agility. Yeah, and there's a lot of people who play that way. Not some people have they plan out their design specifically. Other people, they let their environment or their whatever happens in the game, that's what dictates the play style they go with. That's the great thing, or that's supposed to be the great thing about this game, is that you can play so many different ways, and everyone is as viable as the next. And that's the whole point of sandbox designs, right? That's the whole point. Let the players decide how they want to play the game. Multiple paths leading to the same destination. They can all be viable. They can all be fun. And it's up to the player to decide what their definition of fun is and allow them to do that. Seems simple to me. Every game has mods, which we all love. Yes, and I do applaud the fun pimps at not shying away, from that fact that modding. I wouldn't say they embrace the modding community. But they don't make things difficult, really. I mean, although some of the changes in 20 I'm sure some modders would beg to differ, but generally speaking, with compared to other developers, they are much more modder friendly or modder tolerant, I guess. So that is something, hey, good for them. All right. Where are we here? I remember you trying to take down a tower and crashing your game. Yes. Yes. Exactly right. And then I felt so bad. One of the viewers was trying to tell me, that it really killed the stream, and it looked awful, and they couldn't see anything. And I thought he was trolling me. So, I told him to pound sand, and no, he was actually being honest and telling me the truth, and I felt like a jerk. So, I remember all too vividly. YouTube just started 3 mandatory ads before displaying videos. 3? Oh, man, that sucks. You know what I love, guys? Every once in a while, I don't like shorts. I don't like doing them. But every once in a while, something will pop up that looks mildly interesting. And it's it's like a 45-second video, right? But YouTube makes you watch at least 30 seconds, like non-skippable, 2 15-second non-skippable ads before you watch a 45-second video. It's like, come on. And then people, one thing a lot of people don't know is the people who make these shorts, they don't see any of that money. Yeah, you do not get any ad revenue for YouTube shorts. You do not. So the creators of these shorts, they get nothing. Yeah, it's kind of, oh, is that Bambi's mom again? She's gonna learn. Ah! Ha ha! I'm going on a deericide. Oh, yep, another derpy death. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. Good thing YouTube never adds anything useful, because I forced myself to never buy anything in an ad. Yeah, it's crazy, because I don't drink, right? I don't drink at all. I got all that out of my system when I was a youngster. Haven't drank in years, and I constantly get ads for booze, like constantly, and I'm like, what the heck are you guys doing? This is bad. But maybe target this booze ad, to somebody who might actually, buy booze. But I get them all the time. Oh, the farming house. Oh, did I run by it? Oh, I must have. Okay. I'll head back the direction I came. Okay, let's see. My first 3 bases in Alpha 18 were based on your designs, and they worked. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Oh, and I've got another base building episode coming up on Monday. So Monday, I've got another base building video. It was inspired by my good friend Asmo, who, if you guys don't know, he's just launched a new channel called Asmo's World. So I will have the description or a link in the description on Monday's video. But I'm going to be showcasing a design that he did. So that'll be on Monday. So yeah. And like all of my base design videos, guys, I just do the bare bones, just give you the basic concepts, and then I tell you guys to take the basic concepts and go wild, make them your own, add to them, improve upon them, all that fun stuff. So, all right, my military experience guides me playing my playing style in games like this. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I find that frequently to be the case. Your real life experience, your real world experience, real life stuff will definitely influence your approach in games like this. Absolutely, for sure. For sure. And Damon, thank you very much for your service, for your military service. Appreciate it. Okay. Hey, Lois. No. Oh, okay. I swung, you swung. You swing again. Now it's my turn, you die. Okay, there we go. There we go. Gotta be fair. Gotta be fair. Give her the first chance to hit me. Then I missed. So we gotta give her another chance. Didn't miss a second time, though. All right. Oh, darn it. And then I forgot that I was going back to look for that farm. Oh, okay. I'm lost. I don't know where I am. All right. Let's see. Have you got the 9 5-second ads in a row yet? 9 of them? Ooh, no, I have not. Thankfully, I have not run into that yet. The Fun Pimps should make a few creature comforts that modders have made for them. They should pay the modders a little bit for fixing their game. Yeah, that probably won't be happening. That's again a common. It's a common occurrence in modern gaming world. Is modders do a lot of work fixing the product, and the devs that the devs can't be bothered to do, which is a bummer. All right, Danny, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Wolfman, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. All right, what about the whole learn by looting process being added? Who's curious about that? I don't know if curious is the right word. I'm willing to. I will always give the changes a chance. I will give you guys my opinion on what I feel when they release information about the changes. But I reserve final judgment until I actually experience the changes myself. So, yeah. All right. Did the water change? It will in Alpha 21. Absolutely. Okay. Almost caught up on chat here, guys. Yay. Savin, not to change subject, but for the farming house, can you teleport to House Old Bungalow 11? Yes, I can. I can indeed, Shannon. Why? Because I am magic. Alright, House Old Bungalow 11 it is. Ta-da! Did I do the right? Is this the right one? House Old Bungalow 11? This is the one with the, yeah. Radio tower. Is this the one you were talking about, Shannon? I'll hang here for a second. Let's see. I can't remember what way you came from. I know, I couldn't either, Kelly. I couldn't remember. Yes. Learn by doing is fine. Learn by looting is basically praying to the RN Jesus. And that's something I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I can't say that I'm excited for the change. Yeah. All right. Arlene. Whoa. No. So this house here, guys, is the one that has a massive amount of farm plots. Oh. How you doing? Hey, Mo. Yeah, so, yeah, here. I'll show him here. All around the trees here. Let's do it like this here. Instead of trying to dig them up. It doesn't work anymore. All right, here we go. Potatoes. Massive amounts of free farm plots. Every single one of the trees is surrounded by free farm plots. So, yeah, absolutely. Okay. No, Mo, stop it. trying to get my inventory sorted out here. All right, let's get back to chat here. In my opinion, that's just too much time. I'm okay with the looting process. That's in the game now. AdSense is properly named. Google makes $1. They make a cent. Yeah. Very, very true. Very, very true. They probably don't see it as fixing their game. Yeah. That's well said, Schneidi. Yeah. So is the water station supposed to work underground? I think it's going to be this. It's going to be similar to like underground farming, as long as you have a direct line of sight to the surface, to the sky. It'll work, I believe, but it will not work unless you have that the shaft of light going all the way from the surface down to the actual station itself. And I'm not 100% sure on how that is actually going to work. Like, do you need to leave the whole thing open, or is it going to act like underground farming where all you need is one block? So we do not know yet. Going to have to wait and see. Spud, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Let's see. I can see that as immersion breaking along with drinking water changes. Yeah, there's a lot to be concerned about with 21. So, it's my favorite house. 125 free plots and an underground bunker. Yeah, this is an awesome POI, guys. Awesome, absolutely awesome. If you're out and about and you see, it sticks out because of the tower, the like radio tower thingy there. Easy to identify based on that guy right there. But yeah, there's all of these farm plots all over the entire thing, and then giant underground bunker as well. Pretty awesome. Okay. Cut down the trees and you have more farm plots. Yes, absolutely. Show the underground bunker. All right, I can do that. Oh, wrong way. There it is, guys. Still full of zombie jerks. Giant underground bunker beneath the garage. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Yeah, awesome POI. Awesome POI. All right. Asmo, have a good night, man. Have a great night. Thanks again for popping by and joining the stream, brother. Appreciate you. Spud says, saw you live, thought I'd pop in. Your videos have helped my game a lot. Thank you. You are quite welcome. And thank you for joining the party. Thanks for joining the stream. Will the water station have different effects in different biomes? Nope. A water station is going to do, a dew collector is going to do one thing and one thing only. Plop it down in an open area. I'm pretty sure it has to be an open area, although we'll do that. We'll test that out once 21 drops, guys. We'll see exactly what it, where it can and cannot be used. But yeah, plop it down. All it's going to do is collect 3 bottles of water over a 24-hour in-game time period. So on default settings. So have the fun been saying anything about bringing in bandits to the game? Yes, they have. That is something that we do have to look forward to in 21. And I will have a video discussing the bandits coming down the road. So yes, that is one thing that will actually add something new that's not superficial and cosmetic. It actually will add a new wrinkle to the game. So that's something I'm actually looking forward to. So, whoa, lancing blow. Okay, I wonder how much they changed it in 20. Forgive me, T.S. Woods. I'm not sure what you're talking about. What changed, or exactly what change you are referring to. If so, I wonder how they will point out to a certain main villain. If I'm not mistaken, the Duke of Nazgane is supposed to be the main boss. 7 Days to Die story, if the game ever gets a story. Yeah, I would be interested. So the bandits are going to be very, very basic. They're not gonna spawn in gigantic groups. They will be pretty rudimentary in the beginning, and then hopefully they'll expand on them as we go. But yeah, they're not going to be too crazy in the beginning, and it'll be interesting down the road to see how they expand on the factions, and you know, because they're supposed to be supposed to be, you know, kind of the good guy, and the Duke is kind of the bad guy, and you know, I'd be interested to see, you know, where they take the story, and if because they say they're supposed to be a storyline and the main quest line. We haven't gotten there yet, and I still think we're pretty far away from that. In fact, I believe they have stated that that is probably gonna. Whoa, okay, I'm falling through the world. Oh man, this world is so messed up. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see. Will water still be in vending machines? I believe yes. You can buy water in vending machines. Any word on if there is a story as of yet? Again, yes. That's going to be one of the last things that they add. But eventually, yes, we will get a story for 7 days. Let's see. The house you were just at. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I got what you're talking about, T.S. Woods. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how they've changed that POI. Is an expected date for 21 or not at this time? They have not released anything official. They are just sticking with their good old fallback. It'll be out when it's done. So, yeah, no word yet as to when we can expect Alpha 21. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe by Christmas. Maybe. I don't know. That'd be nice. But, yeah. Time will tell. All right. Will bandits and zombies fight each other? I believe so, yes. Again, once 21 is dropped, we'll do some testing to see how zombies and bandits interact. Who the bandits and zombies will prioritize if you are in their vicinity, or if they notice you. Yeah, we'll definitely do some testing. But from what I have read, I believe the bandits will actually fight the zombies, and the zombies will attack the bandits as well. So I believe that's how it's supposed to be. Hey, Arlene, how are you? Oh, I did it again. Keep swinging over your head because you're so tiny. It's just a little short girl. All right. Okay. So, about an hour in. Okay. Good. Hey, Buzz. How you doing, buddy? All right. Let's see. I got to go make the fam dinner. Fam's got to eat 3 times per day. Jeez. Well, thanks. Thank you very much for joining. T.S. Woods, go make your family some delicious food, and have a great night. Thank you for checking out the stream. I appreciate it. Handling lack of water in vanilla servers will be fine, but doing it in PvP servers will be a headache. Yeah, I agree. It's gonna have a major impact on multiplayer. I just got here. Luke, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. What's the general gist of the new update, and when do you think we can see it? As for when, I have no idea. I'm hoping maybe by Christmas, but they haven't really given us any indication of when that update will be live. So, yeah, not sure. It almost seems cruel if they take snowballs out of the game at Christmas time. Well, they're not taking them completely out of the game. I mean, you can still use them for the yucca juice smoothie, and you can still toss them at your friends. But, yeah, like completely removing their usefulness, or almost 100% of their usefulness. Yeah, that around Christmas, that's kind of a bummer move. Heather, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Ali G, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. And John Blaze, welcome to the stream. Oh, and the Stitch Man, welcome to the stream. And what a way to say hello. sends in a super chat for 10 bucks, says, love your plays, my dude. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining the stream, and thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Let's see. They could do with a bigger list of mission POI. Yeah, expanding the missions, available missions would be cool. Hey, Wolfie! Oh, man! I avenged you, Tom! I avenged you! Oh, sure, Mo. You didn't try to help Tom. You just let him get eaten. See how you are? What a man. And I thought they were friends. Sheesh. Boy, guess I was wrong. Update for console. The update for console is that there will be no update for console. The Fun Pimps have announced that the console version, the current console version, is what it is. It will not be receiving any additional content, but they will be releasing a brand new console version once the game goes gold. So for all my console players out there who spent your hard-earned money to buy 7 Days to Die, thinking that eventually you'd get a completed game, well, congratulations, you get to spend a bunch more of your hard-earned money to buy the completed game that you thought you were going to get. So, yay! Well, I mean, at least they're making another version, I guess. That's something. Hey, Piggy, I see bacon! Bacon! No, don't you run! No, bad bacon! What really sucks is I'm a PlayStation 4 player, and they haven't updated it, and God knows when. Yes. I feel ya. I actually got my start when I was introduced to the game with the PS4 version, so I feel ya. I understand the frustration. I understand how much it kind of sucks. So, yeah. Arlene has shoulders like a linebacker. Yeah, exactly right. Snow melts to water. Why is this a problem? Very good question, Anthony. Very good question. Let's see. Curious what you think about the removal of glass jars from the game and how that will affect the rest of the game, since that makes it really hard to mass produce glue. And hello. Well, Laguna Fox, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. And I think that is a great segue into the next conversation, or the next part of this conversation. I'm not a fan. I do not like the way they're going about this, for several reasons. Like I said, I am a fan of them putting some focus on the survival aspect of 7 Days. That's cool. I applaud that. Yay. Good. How they're choosing to go about it is stupid, in my opinion. So let's get into that, guys. Real quick, PP, welcome to the streams. Thank you very much for joining. Your tutorials are gold. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you find them helpful and or enjoyable. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. All right, go away. So, yeah, if you guys are just joining, we're talking about the drinking water update, and we're going to get into my thoughts and observations, and I would love to hear your thoughts and observations as well. So we're going to talk about, let's start off with the thing that on the forums was like one of the bigger topics, and that is the removal of the empty jars. Now, in my video, I did give the Fun Pimps a little bit of credit, and I said that, okay, yes, it does make the game more consistent, because currently food and drink are the only items in the game where you do get an empty container back once you consume them. Now, that being said, I said that yes, it does make it consistent. I didn't say it makes it good. Consistent? Sure. Consistently good? Not really. It doesn't make much sense. So yeah, I'm... As I stated in my video, guys, the problem isn't the empty jars. That's not the issue. The problem is making the liquid inside the empty jars potable. By just flat out removing the empty jars, you are solving, quote unquote solving. I don't even think it's a solution. You're trying to fix one problem, but in the same respect, you are creating massively creating more problems for yourself down the road. For instance, the glue issue. As I talked about earlier, and here, let's head home here. Let's go take a look at our crafting stations here. Where are we at here? Where are we at here? Okay. We're going to go home. All right. Let's head inside, and let's take a look at the crafting stations. Now, let's take a look at some of the recipes here. So, if you are an archer, the only way to make an archery build where you're actually using an archery weapon on Horde Night, the only way to make that viable is to use explosive arrows. Regular, even steel arrows with the best bow that you can get, fully modded. You cannot do enough damage fast enough to kill the zombies. It just doesn't work. Yeah, your kill count will be extremely low unless you have like a drop base or a corridor style base that keeps them running in a loop all night. Yeah, you're not going to be able to kill a lot of zombies. So, a lot of archery players, what they do is they rely on the explosive arrows to kill the zombies. Makes sense. Well, let's take a look. All right. Exploding arrow. Just to make a single exploding arrow, it takes a roll of duct tape. What's one of the main components of duct tape? Glue. What do you need in order to make glue? Murky water. Well, we can no longer get bulk murky water. So that means you have to loot all the murky water that you want to turn into glue. And that is a lot of murky water. Anybody who's using exploding arrows now to handle the hordes, sorry, not going to be an option for you guys. It's not. Because the recipe for glue, and I'll just grab it here real quick. Actually, here, let's go to our chemistry station here. All right, glue. It specifically takes murky water. Duke collectors give you fresh water. They don't give you murky water, so you can't turn fresh water into glue. You can't use your empty jars to get yourself a bunch of glue. Murky water now, if you want murky water, you have to loot it, which means if you're planning on doing sticking with the exploding arrows, you gotta loot a lot. a lot. And I mean, the only other option would be to purchase glue and duct tape from the traders. But honestly, the traders usually don't have glue and duct tape in quantities of that level. During a typical Horde night, guys, with even using exploding arrows, you're still going to be using hundreds of exploding arrows per Horde night. Which means in order to prepare and especially when you get to the later stages of the game, yeah, you are going to be needing a lot. Because even the exploding arrows, late game zombies, one exploding arrow is not going to take out a late game zombie. It's not like a rocket launcher, right? Here, in fact, I can demonstrate. Let's do that. Let me run back inside. Let me grab my compound crossbow and some exploding bolts, and we'll fire it into a group of Arlenes, just regular Arlenes, and we'll see what that does. All right. I know I've got a compound crossbow, probably in here, right? Yes, there it is. All right. So we'll grab that. And I'll grab a box of exploding bolts, or a thing of exploding bolts here. Exploding crossbow bolts. There we go. Okay. So we got 75 of them. That'll be enough to demonstrate here. Let's drop some of this crap here that I don't need. Just to free up a little bit of inventory space. All right. Now, I'm going to turn off the zombie AI. And we're going to do a little test right here, live. I'm going to come right over here. And we're going to spawn, looking at me, 25. Let's just spawn some regular zombie Arlenes. Alright. Now, if I were on ground level and I fired into this giant group of zombie Arlenes, I'll just do it like this here. Boom. Okay, so regular Arlene's, not a problem. Let's kick that up a notch. Let's bring in some radiateds. Oh, I clicked. Nope. Not a single one did. 2 shots. Focus on this one here. Alright. 3 shots. It took 3 exploding crossbow bolts to take out that radiated Arlene. 3 shots. So that just goes to show you guys. Early game, you're not going to have exploding bolts, right? So you're not going to be... I mean, the regular ones... Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, you guys can all die now. I should probably start getting rid of some of these bags. But that just goes to prove the point, guys. It takes a lot of exploding bolts, exploding arrows, to take down the late game zombies. It takes a lot of them. So just having, and then not having a viable way to make glue means you're not going to have a viable way to make the exploding bolts in large quantities, which means they are going to be a luxury item. They're not going to be a viable item to use on a horde night. It's just, you're not going to be able to craft enough of them to get you through. Meaning, anybody who goes with this play style, is pretty much screwed. Pretty much screwed. Sorry, we know this is how you prefer to play the game, but you know what? Sucks to be you. That's it. Massive, massive, massive oversight. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna get rid of... I should have been doing this a while back, but if you don't, these things will just stay here for a very... I mean, they do eventually despawn, but if you let too many of them pile up, they can cause some issues. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, and that's just one aspect. That's just one problem that this new update will create that currently does not exist. And this is just one build. This is just one build that's going to be affected by this. All right, let's get this going here. Get all of these. There we go. These will despawn a lot faster than the actual bags do. So that's why I take everything out of them. Ooh, look at that bad boy. Don't need it though. Again, guys, this is my testing world, so I'm not worried about any of this stuff. I can hop into creative and grab anything that I need in this particular playthrough. Or this isn't really a playthrough. Again, it's my testing world. So I know some people out there get a little upset when I don't loot the bags or I throw quality 6 steel leg armor on the ground to despawn. But now you know why. I'm not worried about any of this stuff. This is my testing world, so. There we go. Man, I left bags just all over the place. I thought I saw one over here. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, so back to what I was saying, guys. That is just one. That's just one of the major changes, one of the problems that this change is going to create that does not currently exist. Because currently, we have the ability to mass produce glue. Alright, almost got them all, almost got them all. There's like 3 or 4 left. There we go. And you, and you, and you. There we go. 2 more over there. Are there any more in the fields over here? Ah, there's one. There's one. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I should have done this, oop, hit the wrong button. Should have done this a long time ago, off screen, but, there we go. There's one there, and then there's those 2 more on the road. And I think we got them all. I think we're all cleaned up and gotten rid of all the bags here. Well, yeah, I think these bags are still here from the Horde on the Run stream that I did, where we were using different builds to take on the zombies without the aid of a Horde base. All right. There we go. See how all the items are disappearing or despawning? They despawn a lot faster than the loot bags do. So, all right. Explosions are not just to kill them; it's also to slow them down so the traps can hit them harder. Very true. Very true. And Old Crow, welcome back. Good to see ya. IR1 Fool, welcome to the stream. Yeah, okay. Well, guys, we're about an hour and a half in, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. While I'm gone, think about... I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on the change. I've only brought up one issue, the glue issue, and I will have a dedicated video coming out about that very topic. So, yes, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break here, and when we get back, we will continue discussing the ramifications of this change. And I would also like to discuss some things they could have done a way they could have approached this without, taking the steps that they've decided to take. So, yeah, we'll do that when we get back. In the meantime, here, let's do this. Whoop. I'm going to fly. Whee! There we go. Although the zombie AI is still off, so I'm not really in any danger. But it is what it is. Okay, there we go. I'm going to throw the commercials on, guys. Now's a good time to get up and stretch, refill your beverages, use the restroom, all that good stuff. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that like button. Let YouTube know you're enjoying the stream. But hang tight. I will be back in just a few. See you guys in a bit.
Hey there, folks. My name is Buzz, owner of Buzz's Bar, proud purveyor of our world-famous Grandpa's line of fine spirits and adult beverages. My grandpa always used to say, booze makes you better at everything. So he whipped up a special batch of moonshine, Grandpa's Learning Elixir. Are you looking to master a high-powered, fully automatic firearm? Well, toss back some Grandpa's Learning Elixir and lock and load. Looking to increase your proficiency with some complex motorized tools? Well, don't forget the Grandpa's Learning Elixir. Down that moonshine and get to work. So come on down to Buzz's Bar and grab some Grandpa's Learning Elixir. It makes you better at everything.
Please drink responsibly.
Hey there, folks. My name is Nancy Sylvia Anderson, and I'm the new owner of Poppin' Pills. Our beloved founder Jared, who chased a squirrel into the forest and was never seen again, always believed that it was our duty to offer only the best in pharmaceuticals to our customers. And what better way to ensure that quality than by partnering with our supplier, Higashi Pharmaceuticals? I mean, if you can't trust an international mega corporation, then who can you trust? Higashi maintains the highest standards of animal testing performed in the most ethical and humane conditions. They use the latest methods and technology to research and develop life-saving and beneficial pharmaceuticals, like our brand new anabolic steroids, guaranteed to make you jump higher, run faster, and perform extraordinary feats of strength with absolutely no long-term effects whatsoever. So in the words of our beloved founder, come on down to Poppin' Pills and do some drugs.
Hey there, boys. My name is Candy, owner of Big Buns. It's totally a bakery. People just can't resist getting their hands on my big buns. The girls and I just love churning the butter, kneading the dough, and whipping up the tastiest of treats that you cannot resist putting in your mouth. We use only the ripest peaches, melons, and mangoes, and our milk cans are refreshed daily. I'm so proud to announce our latest creation, Jigglypuffs. They're just so delicious, and boy, do they jiggle. So come on down to Big Buns and get your hands on some now. We also offer private baking lessons. The girls can take you one-on-one or entire groups at a time. They have what it takes to satisfy your every baking need. So don't get all hot and bothered. We prefer hot and buttered. Ron, sweetie, I think the camera's pointed a little low.
I'm sorry.
So come on down and get your hands on my Big Buns. Big Buns, it's totally a bakery.
We live in a savage world. And I, Dirk Savage, know that better than most. So I opened Savage Country to help prepare you folks for this savage world. You wanna talk savage? I've seen some stuff and some things. Stuff that would drive most men insane. Things that would make you want to curl up and die. Don't believe me? I once tried to grab the last $20 Blu-ray player from Mo Powers on Black Friday. I once made an innocuous post on Twitter. One night, I had a little too much moonshine at Buzz's bar and woke up next to Arlene.
Hey, Dirk.
No amount of forgetting elixir will erase that. Oh, God. So please, folks, I beg of you, learn from my mistakes. Shop at Savage Country and prepare for evil.
And I am back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for hanging with me. We're going to get back down on the ground. I'll go through chat, see what I missed. And then we'll get back to discussing the drinking water update. Let's see. I think I found a potty pistol once. It's always murky water and paper for me. Yeah, they've really nerfed the amount of pistols you find in the toilets. Back in the day, that was like the go-to. It was like, oh, you loot every toilet you come across, just in case you can get your hands on a early game pistol, which could be a game changer for sure. Mushroom timers. Yes, absolutely. Cooking will also be more difficult. Yes, you are absolutely right, Damon. Since murky water is going to be so much more scarce, turning that into regular water, yeah. And then cooking with that water, it's going to be tough. Going to be tough. Let's see. For me, I'm just not happy about the change. Want the game to stay how it is. I'm not happy about the change. I will agree with you there. I don't want the game to stay how it is because I want them to add the rest of the content that they had promised was coming, and actually finish the game. I want them to get it optimized. I want them to add in all the content that's missing, get it optimized, and get it out there. That's what I want. I don't think, I wouldn't say that I want it to stay the same, because changes definitely need to be made. But the things they're deciding to change and the way they're going about it does not get us closer to that finalized gold version, in my humble opinion. And that's what I think they should be focused on. Okay. Realism only when it's detrimental to the player. I want to touch on this here real quick, guys. I want to give you guys, generally speaking, I try to stay away from realism arguments, especially in early access games. See, in my opinion, when it comes to video games, or pretty much any entertainment, there's a misconception about realism in games and entertainment and that kind of thing. Because realism only applies, so it has to be realistic for the world in which the game takes place, right? This world here that we are currently in, this is the world of 7 Days to Die. It is not the real world Earth that we live in. So my idea of realism is different than what I think some people. A lot of people, when they talk about realism, they're talking about the world that we live in real life. I approach realism a little bit differently. I think that it should be real for the world in which the game takes place. Unfortunately, for 7 Days to Die, that world is very, very vague. We don't know much about this world. We don't know. We have little hints and little whispers about certain things, but we honestly don't have a real a world. This world has not been built enough to give us background as to what should be considered real. For instance, zombies. They're not real in the real world. So using a real world realism argument, I think you should try to stay away from that. But using an in-game world realism argument is very fair. Unfortunately, we just don't have much information about this world, which is why I kind of try to stay away from the realism argument. That being said, this world is based on events happening to our real world, right? So this is kind of like think of it as a multiversal multiverse kind of thing. So this is Earth as it may possibly exist if all of this stuff happens, and then boom, here we go. So with that being said, you do have to stay somewhat within the realm of real life realism. I mean, there comes a point where, I mean, it just makes, I don't know how the Fun Pimps, when they actually create the world that is this game, here, let's turn the AI back on, how they could explain some of the changes. So yeah, that's my feelings on real world. It needs to be real for the game that the world takes place. But if that world takes place in an altered Earth, then you still would have to bring in some of the Earth aspects. And having stuff just magically disappear and that kind of thing does not make any sense whatsoever. So, yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. You guys understand where I'm coming from there. Let's see. Honestly, require a pot to boil water? Makes sense. Yes, I agree. Taking out the jars is stupid. I agree. As if someone in a survival situation wouldn't have the sense to save any bottles they found. Yes, agreed. There are containers in a survival situation. Yeah, you would hang on to those any time that you found them. So, yeah. Okay. Eng, welcome to the stream. Hello, love from Brazil. Well, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. Let's see. I missed the old Nancy. She was cute. Yes, I agree. Yep, Modern Fun Pimps it's a sandbox, but you will play the way we want you to play. Yes. sadly, that seems to be the direction that we are headed. I agree. Asmo, welcome back. Welcome back. I don't think they really want the game to be a sandbox at this point. Yeah, see, that's the feeling that I get. They market it as such. They say that it's a sandbox. They say if you go back and watch their live streams from Alpha 20, they constantly say how they love the player creativity and the things they come up with. Yet at every turn, they're making changes that remove the player's abilities to use their creativity to solve problems, which is the antithesis of a sandbox game, which is what they market this game as. So, yeah. Let's see. Those commercials are the best. I appreciate that. Wacko18, welcome to the stream. Don't know if I said welcome to you, but if I didn't, welcome. Robert, welcome to the stream. Good morning to you. Needs to evolve, but in good ways, not piecemeal, punishing changes. At this point, it feels like they don't have an actual plan. Yeah, I'm of pretty much the same opinion. I mean, I said a while back that I'm trying not to be cynical, and I'm trying to give the Fun Pence a benefit of the doubt, but it's like, at what point when do you get to the point where they do the same thing over and over again, same thing that I've been talking about for a long time now, without kind of coming to that conclusion, So yeah, I'm with you there. I honestly, I'm torn. I don't know exactly what the answer is, and I wish the Fun Pimps would just come out. Like I said, they say they have a vision for the game. Clarify that vision. Come out and tell us what that vision is. Give us some context here, because you're saying one thing, but then the things that you're doing show us something completely different. And it's frustrating. Okay, let's see. Yeah, but you got to make things believable. Yeah, I agree. You can't live in the snow biome and die of thirst. I completely agree. Yeah, like I said, I tend to steer away from the realism argument, but there comes a point where it's just downright ridiculous. And saying that you can't melt snow for water, I mean, that's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't care so in my opinion, they could have gone about this in a much better way. Again, like I said, the empty jar is not the problem. The snow is not the problem. The problem is making the liquid inside the jars potable. That's what they should have focused on. Make that liquid potable, or make that a process. That way, you're not causing the problem of completely removing murky water, making glue like a commodity, something very, very rare, and destroying the way that people play this game. You're not causing more problems. So make the process of making the murky water potable, make that more difficult. I would agree. That's the way they should have gone about it. If I could implement my change, what I would do is I would utilize, and it would also go back into the whole realism thing. If by chance, because we do know that the world was destroyed, there was a virus, and then there was nuclear holocaust, and so the vast majority of the world is irradiated, and then we're living in one of the safe, quote-unquote, safeable, livable areas. Doesn't mean it's radiation-free, just means that the radiation, there are pockets where it's tolerable for humans. They won't die almost immediately, right? So they could, number one, use the radiation of the world to make the drinking water much more dangerous, make the water more dangerous. use that mechanic in conjunction with having to filter the murky water. So not only do you slightly irradiate it, but then you also make it that you have to filter it. So you have to remove radiation from the water. Then you have to remove any sediments and minerals and that kind of stuff from the water. And then you have to boil the water to get rid of the parasites and microorganisms. Make it a process. That way, you still have access to the murky water, so you can make your glue. But you still make it more difficult to actually purify the water. Could have done that easily. I think it would have been much easier and cause a lot less headaches. That would be and that's just one idea. That's just one idea to improve the water system, make survival a little bit more difficult, but at the same time, you're not causing multiple problems for players and removing their agency by forcing them to loot and do trader quests. And let's be honest, guys, that's in order to solve the problem of potable water in this game, you have to go to the trader and get your hands on the filter. You have to do it. Or you have to loot like mad. Loot. So yeah, that's great if you like going to the trader. That's great if you like looting. But not everybody does. And that's okay. And from the Fun Pimps perspective, the way they are marketing their game, that should be okay with them too. But again, actions speak louder than words. They continually make these changes that show us the exact opposite of what they're telling us. And that is what I have a major problem with. Bam Booty, welcome to the stream. Pesty? I hope I'm saying your name right. Welcome to the stream. The Dark UK, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Let's get back to chat here. Is there a release date, ETA for Alpha 21? Not yet, no. It would all be speculation at this point. I'm hoping that by Christmas we'll get Alpha 21, but who knows? Yeah. Did you try Undead Legacy? No, I have not tried Undead Legacy. I've tried Darkness Falls. That's a really fun game. Very, very fun version of 7 Days for sure. And Kane does an absolutely amazing job with his mod. And you know what's cool? I mean, him and I were of similar mind when it comes to this change. He had a lot of the same questions that I had, and feels that this could have been done in a much more reasonable way that doesn't. And he's right. It seems like the default position for the Fun Pimps is when they come to see something that they do not like. Well, let's remove items from the game. That seems to be their default. Let's remove this. Let's remove that. Let's remove this. Let's remove that. Let's nerf this. Let's change that. So yeah, they're constantly removing items, and yeah, it's ugh. When it's not necessary, and it's counterproductive. I'm telling you, this change is going to cause more problems than it solves. It's just a bad way to go about it. And one of the commenters, and again, getting back to, I'm trying not to be cynical, but one commenter made a very, very astute observation. He said that it was what they were doing is called souring the sugar, where they make a change that they know is going to be controversial to stir up a whole bunch of controversy, get a bunch of eyeballs on their product. They'll release it, make a whole bunch of money with the update, and then couple updates down the road, a couple patches down the road, they'll completely reverse course and change it again once there's enough outcry from the fan base. Which again, that's kind of a cynical view, but I'm more and more as time passes by, I'm becoming more and more cynical, which I don't like. I always try to be optimistic and upbeat and positive, but it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I don't understand the thought process behind some of the decisions that they make. It kind of baffles me at times. So, yeah. All right. Okay. It seems they need some help but don't want to admit it, which is weird because they're bragging about the fact that they hired on all these new developers and all this help, and they've expanded their team so much. Yeah, and I mean, they have done a lot of, I don't know, a lot of the updates, the artwork and the HD models for the zombies and all that stuff. They have put in a lot of effort and work in that regard, but it's all superficial. It's all surface level stuff. There's no meat on that bone. And yeah, I personally just think they are focusing on the wrong things. Focusing their attention on the wrong things. So, yeah. Oh, okay. If the Fun Pimps didn't have YouTubers to watch and decide that they didn't want people to play that way, what do you think the game would be like? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Again, like I said, that goes back to I don't know what their vision is for the game. Because their actions tell us a completely different story than what they do with their words. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's why I said I think maybe it's time for the Fun Pimps to come out and clarify their vision. They say they have one. Clarify it. Let us know. Not like we're stopped from drinking radioactive water in Fallout. Yeah, exactly right. The solutions they come up with seem lazy. Yes, lazy and counterproductive. I don't think this change is going to have the intended effect. I don't think it's going to actually solve the survival problem. See, the point is not to make survival tedious. You don't want to make the survival aspect tedious. That is going to be counterproductive. And having to go out and loot all these POIs, and even though they've added a whole bunch of POIs to the game, you're still doing the exact same thing. You're walking into the building, you're killing the zombies, you're rifling through the cabinets and all the loot. And yeah, okay, great. Doesn't add any actual depth to the game. There's nothing else to do. It's still doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. Now, instead of finding creative ways to solve the potable water situation, you are forced to go out looting and do trader quests. There is no other way. So yeah, I'm lazy and counterproductive, and it's going to cause a lot of problems. And well, here's a question for you guys: are the problems that I'm talking about, are they unforeseen? Because a lot of times, you hear about the unintended consequences of a decision, right? Is this an unintended consequence? Are these unintended consequences, or are they intended consequences? That gets back to what I was talking about with what the commenter said, souring the sugar. Is this intentional? Because people, when they announced this change and they actually announced the specifics, people had these problems pointed out. Their problems with the plan pointed out immediately. It was like, boom, one after another. People saying, well, what about this? Well, what about this? Well, what about this? Well, what about this? But they're still going ahead with it anyway. So it makes you think, okay, so they are aware, or they've been informed of these possible issues, yet they're still going ahead with the change. So there's going to be a lot of unintended consequences, but are they actually unintended? Good question. I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think? charcoal could be used as a filter for said water change to happen. Exactly right. Yes, you guys, it's very, very easy to build a basic water filtration system. You can do it. All you need is you can get a little sand, get a little charcoal or coal, some twigs, and some rocks, and you layer it. That's really all it takes. That is really all that it takes to make a pretty effective water filtration. It won't be 100% effective. It's not going to be like the high-tech water filters that you can buy, but it will filter out a vast majority of stuff that is in the water. And then you boil it to get rid of the parasites and the microorganisms and all that fun stuff. So, yeah. They already have coal in the game. They already have sand in the game. They already have stone in the game. They already have wood in the game. It would be a very simple recipe to create a water filtration, like a basic water filtration, and then they could even add like upgraded recipes. So the basic water filtration would be slow because it would be a little slow to filter the water, but they could add more recipes to get more advanced, more high-tech water filtration systems. They could add in the radiation pills to remove the radiation from the water as well. I mean, there's a million things they could do instead of just, no, we're going to remove this and create all these extra problems in order to make getting potable water seem like more of a process. So, yeah. Let's see. Too much food? Let's make farming worthless. Yeah, that's another example. That is yet another example. Let's see. Too much fun leveling? Let's remove action skills. Yeah, I mean, guys, we could go on all night with all the changes that they've made, where they are removing the sandbox aspect of this game. I mean, there are so many examples. Let's see. Base built too good. Let's reduce HP of frequently used blocks. Joe Woodle made a base. Let's nerf it. But charge you the same amount of concrete as said blocks. Yeah. Again, I know exactly what you're talking about, guys. So many of the changes, I just shake my head. I'm like, what the heck is this? Have you heard of the joke mod? I have, yeah. I think my good friends, the Whisker Biscuits, were dabbling with the joke mod. Again, like I said, guys, I don't do a lot of the modding gaming. I don't play a lot of the modded versions. I try to keep my focus on the vanilla version, because I think the vanilla version there's a lot of topics to cover and discuss, and then every update offers even more topics to discuss and update past stuff and all that fun stuff. So I don't really tend to jump into the modded versions as much. I personally think that the modders deserve a big round of applause because they are, I think, right now one of the only things keeping interest in 7 Days to Die. I think interest would be far, far, far less if it were not for the modders. Just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think that I am. Alright. Darkness Falls is so good. Yes, I've heard great things, and hats off to Kane. He does an amazing job. Amazing job with that mod. I've heard amazing things. I've played it myself a few times, showcased it here on the stream a while back. We had a Darkness Falls server up and running for a while back in the day. So yeah, it's a very, very good mod for sure. Let's see. Are Fun Pimps an American company? I mean, where are the developers based from? Yes, I believe the Fun Pimps are based here in the States. Let's see. I see the same in many games. yeah, like I said earlier, guys, this is not something that is exclusively owned by the Fun Pimps or exclusively done by the Fun Pimps. It is far too common in modern day gaming. Some of the things that we're experiencing right now with 7 days, and that's why I'm talking about these things and giving my opinion, because I don't want to see 7 Days to Die go the same way as so many other franchises and games and properties that we've seen time and time again. I don't want to see it go down that same road, and the more things come out, it seems like, unfortunately, that's the way we're going. And I'm trying to be a voice in the darkness saying, stop. Stop. Amy Menti, welcome to the stream. Not sure if I welcomed you yet or not, but if I didn't, welcome. Damon says, Kiss, keep it try that again. Keep it simple, stupid, is a better method. Absolutely right. Let's see. I don't think it is either intended or unintended. I think they just don't care. Back to play how we want you to play. Yeah. You may be right. The worst part is these lazy changes pile up, reduce the overall fun of the game. I haven't played since Alpha 20 released. I was so pissed at farming. Yeah, I was disappointed with the farming update too. I was not a fan. People say, just mod it back. The list of things I gotta mod back just to enjoy is getting too long. Yeah, and I don't like that argument. Well, if you don't like it, just mod it. No, that's... I shouldn't have to... Okay, when you tell me what a game... you give me expectations, you market a game a certain way. I shouldn't have to mod that game in order to play what you promised me the game would be. That's irrational argument in my humble opinion. I said it in my video, guys. This is their narrative. They market this game as a sandbox. And they are constantly contradicting their own narrative. And then when you point out the fact they are contradicting their own narrative, that's the response you get. Well, you can just mod it. I'm like, well, no. Stop lying to us. That would be my response. If you don't want this game to be a sandbox game, stop marketing this game as a sandbox game. Simple as that. Problem solved. All right. It seems they're punishing us for complaining. Oh, yeah. Let's just say that ever since I released my this isn't the first time that I've had gripes about 7 days, but every time I do have a gripe and release a video pointing out something or disagreeing with something in 7 days, yeah, I hear back, and let's just say that I'm probably not on the Fun Pimps Christmas card list anymore. So, yeah, they don't take kindly to anybody daring to question the choices that they make. Okay. Barbed wire too effective. Let's remove it. Yep. Appreciate all the modders, but again, they shouldn't have to fix the game. Exactly right, Old Crow. Exactly right. Found a nice design using wedge tips. Make zombies walk on wedge tips. Yeah. Is there a switch to turn mods on and off? If you use the mod launcher. And there are some other programs out there, but the 7 Days to Die mod launcher is what I used to use. But I haven't played modded 7 Days in a very, very long time, so I am not 100% sure about modding. That's not really my area of expertise, unfortunately. Let's see. I just want more control when making a server. Simple sliders or on-off switches, because tweaking your game the way you want it is very nice. Yeah, I agree. See, I love when they add in sliders and options and that kind of thing. That is awesome. Giving the players more choice instead of less, giving the players more agency, more control over the way they play their game instead of less. I am all for that. I've been a huge proponent of let the players play the game the way they want to play the game. Especially if they're playing a single player game. It affects no one but them. So what the hell do you care how single players play the game? I mean, it's like, dude, they are playing the game as entertainment for themselves. The way they play their game has no effect on you whatsoever. So, let them do it. And as far as multiplayer goes, whoever sets up the server and is the admin running the server, they should be the ones who determine the playstyle. And people who join that server, once they're made aware, of the do's and don'ts and the settings of the server, that's it. They have the choice. Okay, is this a playstyle or is this a rule set that I'm comfortable with? If yes, jump in, have fun. If no, find another server. I think it should be that simple, but what do I know? All right. Well, let's keep on moving here. Darkness Falls is good, just a little overboard with demonic fireballs. Yes. At this point, we all just need to rant at the fun pimps to just stop making stupid changes in the game, have them focus on what they want added and what we want added to the game. This isn't fair. Yeah, here's my concern, guys. Here's my concern. 7 Days to Die has been around so long that, and it's an early access game, right? So once you buy it, they have your money. Your voice, in my opinion, means a lot less to them than marketing the game to people who have not purchased it yet, because you're going to get all the updates, right? You're going to get all the updates. They're not going to get any more cash out of you. If you're an existing customer, your voice matters a lot less to them than the voice of, or than attracting new players to the game. So that is their focus. That's why the souring the sugar theory could be very correct. They you generate a bunch of controversy right before, leading up to a big alpha. Get a lot of eyeballs on the situation. If you piss off your existing players, who cares? They already have your money. They want the new players. They want the new blood. They want the new money. Makes sense. Unfortunately, what they fail to understand is that if they kept the existing players happy, the word of mouth spread from those existing players would vastly, it would be huge. It would bring in a ton more money. And this, the gaming industry has become so short-sighted. So short-sighted. If they invested time and built into focusing on the community and the play their player base, the return on that focus would be huge. So, yeah. Okay, let's keep on rolling. All right, John keeps on going. Yeah, you John, you could type all night long, because I guarantee, keep them coming. I'm not saying stop, but he's doing exactly what I said. We could spend all night long just listing all of the changes that they have made that have been designed specifically to stop players from playing the game the way the Fun Pimps don't want you to play the game. I mean, there are so many changes that were done for that reason, or what seems to be for that reason. After not playing for about a year, my friends and I started an insane run with Eden Center Mall. Oh yeah, Eden Center Mall. Shout out Whisker Biscuits. That is an awesome POI. Included. So many deaths are in my future. Yeah. Insane difficulty is no joke. That is for sure. Let's see. If you use a mod launcher, it installs DF under a different directory, so you can play either vanilla or Darkness Falls Undead Legacy. Yeah, that's why I like the mod launcher. It allows you, because my main concern when I went back when I wanted to feature some of the mods when we first showcased Darkness Falls on the channel, I just didn't want it to interfere with my vanilla world. You know, I didn't want to have to uninstall vanilla and install Darkness Falls, or install all the files manually and then uninstall them manually. But thankfully with the mod launcher, it pretty much handles all of that for you, installs everything into a separate directory. That way your vanilla files are not affected, which is cool. Super Flash Driver, not sure if I said welcome to you, but welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. All right. We shouldn't have to mod things back into the game where it was once a standard item block, etc. I agree. Completely agree, Asmo. Completely agree. Elon Musk should buy the game and fix it. I think Elon's got more important things to worry about than a survival video game. I think he's got more important things on his plate. I mean, the whole trying to settle Mars and you know, the whole Twitter debacle and all that fun stuff. So let's see. If fun pimps get to the point where it's annoying, obnoxious, aggravating, and extremely tedious, sticking with creative and debug mode for every map I do offline. Yeah. Yep. They're walking a very fine line, because they want to attract new players, right? They want to attract new players because new players means new money, more money. Again, like I said, once you purchase this game, you have it, and you get all the updates. So they already have your money. They already have my money. So focusing all their attention on people whose money they already have, they're a business. You know, I do not fault the fun pimps for trying to make money. What's frustrating is they could make a ton more money if they did the right thing for their existing player base, because the word of mouth, if everybody was talking up the game and talking up, hyping up the alpha, they would do the marketing for them. It would be yeah, and it's not just a problem with the fun pimps. It is pretty much universal in the gaming industry, not just the gaming industry. You look at the vast majority of businesses out there, and I'm not talking like small mom and pops. A lot of times small mom and pop shops, they understand how important word of mouth advertising is, because they don't have the advertising budget to actually, run TV commercials and buy spots on YouTube and all that fun stuff. So, but the big corporations, the mega corporations, I could go into a very long rant about this, but I don't think I will. All right. The modders have given the FPS several fantastic ideas for story or stories. Yeah. Yep. That's one thing that I really am looking forward to, is finally getting a storyline, a main quest line in this game. And that's something that they should be focusing on. But like they say, it's probably going to be one of the last things we get, which is a bummer. I sometimes think the fun pimps feel like it's a competition between us and them. Agree wholeheartedly. Yes. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Every time we come up with something, they kill it. Even Cage said, "Screw the fun pimps, just trying to ruin our bases." Yeah. And I don't understand why. It's like, dude, what the hell do you care? What difference does it make to you? You're not the one playing the game. You can play the game. You can play your game the way you want to play your game. Just let me play my game the way I want to play my game. If that's not a possibility and there's only, you have a specific way to play the game in mind, then don't market the game as a sandbox, because that is just a straight up lie. And I don't know about you guys, but I am sick and tired of being lied to. We use, again, I could go into another rant. This one I think I will go into a little bit. In this world, one of the most destructive things in this world is a lie. The lies that we hear in the real world, the lies we hear when we turn on the television, the lies we read in the newspaper, the lies, all we're surrounded by lies all the time. And sometimes the most damaging lies are the ones we tell ourselves. Lies are so very destructive. And we face them all the time in the real world. And when we come to video games and TV shows and movies, we are looking to escape the real world and give ourselves a little bit of a break. And when we are coming into 7 Days to Die, and they are telling us one thing and giving us exactly something completely different than what they are marketing, what they're telling us, that is a lie. And I am sick and tired of the lies. I'm sick of it in the real world. And when I want to escape the real world and get a break, to have the world that I'm escaping to and still facing that kind of crap, still being lied to, that I really have an issue with. I'm sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. Well, that's just me. Won't speak for anybody else, just going to speak for myself. I'm sick of it. We've always went away from the customer is always right. Yeah, well, I've never agreed with that statement. I was a small business owner myself. I had a very successful business back on the East Coast. I will attest that no, the customer is not always right. But at the same time, the customer should always be treated with respect. Always be treated with respect. Always be treated with kindness. But oftentimes the customers are wrong. And there's nothing wrong with being wrong, guys. That's another thing. Since when is it unacceptable to be wrong? It's like if you're wrong, I mean, that's how you learn. You're wrong. You learn from your mistakes, right? You grow. That's part of being human. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. We're all wrong. And that's okay. In fact, it's a good thing. It is a good thing. Yet people are, nowadays, they are so terrified of being wrong. I mean, it's mind-boggling. It's like, do you not understand? Being wrong is a necessity. It is a necessity in life. You have to be wrong. And claiming that you are never wrong, you might want to take a little look inside, and you might have some issues. This constant fear of admitting when you make a mistake and wrong, and I understand it, because nowadays if you say the wrong thing, or you have the wrong opinion, or you agree with this group, then the other group thinks you're evil. If you agree with that group, then that group thinks you're evil. It's become so costly just to admit when you make a mistake, because there is no forgiveness in this country anymore. And I'm just speaking, I'm an American, so I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world. But here in America, you make a mistake and you own up to it. It used to be, we used to look at that person and say, all right, You took responsibility. You made a mistake. Took responsibility. We forgive you. Now let's move on. You know, we looked up to people who could admit their faults and take responsibility. There was a redemption arc. You know. Now you make one mistake. You say one wrong thing. You're done. So I'm completely going off on a tangent. I'm sorry, guys. Long story short, I'm tired of I'm tired of being lied to, especially by one of the places that I go to escape the lies of the real world. So, yeah. Long story short. Let's see. Let's see. What am I missing here? Just want Funbanks to fix runaway errors. Yeah, there are so many errors in this game. So many things that that really need to be addressed in this game. There are so many, so many problems. Instead, we're going to fix one not really big problem, and at the same time create a whole host of other ones that maybe eventually down the road they'll get around to fixing. And if they don't, they'll let the modders do their work for them. Let's see. As long as the Fun Pimps don't sell the game to EA, we are all good. Yeah. It is nice that are not changing for updates, unlike a lot of games. Not charging for updates. Yes. Well, they kind of since this is it's an early access game. That's part of the deal. If you buy a game in early access, the updates, until they get to the finalized version, until they go gold, as it's called, the updates will be free. And then after that, once they get the gold version, then they could do DLCs and charge for updates and that kind of thing. That's standard practice. And I really don't have a problem with that, as long as they give us a finished game and make the purchase, make the updates optional. Make them optional and make it so that they don't overly advantage the people who pay for those updates above people who choose not to. So yeah. All right, Samuel, welcome to the stream. Not sure if I welcomed you. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent and a rant there, but yeah. I'm guessing they get upset from people breaking their programming. Well, that's just the thing. They need to get over that. There's an old saying: the internet always wins. And the same it can be said about games. There's no such thing as a perfect game. There's no such thing as a game that cannot be exploited in one way or another. Does not exist. What they need to do is, they say they have a vision for the game. Focus on that vision. Finish the game. That's what they should be focusing on. Not like tediously obsessing over, what they consider ways to exploit the game and get around certain obstacles that they put in the player's path. That's too often developers strive for perfection. It's good to strive for perfection, but you will never reach it. It's impossible. We're human beings. And the old saying, like I said, the internet is undefeated. It's because you're dealing with the combined brain power of thousands upon thousands. Like, let's just take 7 Days to Die. Thousands upon thousands of players. the dev team, they're competing with the combined brain power of thousands upon thousands of players. And they think they're gonna stop it? No. They can delude themselves and think they can, but it doesn't matter what they do. There will always, the players will, if they want to, the players will always find a way. It's just a simple fact. And the sooner they accept that fact and just focus on finishing their game, the better off we will all be, in my humble opinion. All right. Okay. Based our world on greed. That is what we get. Yeah, I mean, so I will say one thing. I completely agree with Winston Churchill when he said that capitalism is the worst economic system on the face of the planet, except for everything else. The problem is, here in America and around the world, we don't practice capitalism anymore. What the economic system we're living under right now is not capitalism, yet it's being portrayed as capitalism. It is not. It stopped being capitalism the moment that business schools stopped teaching moral sentiments alongside of Wealth of Nations. Now they only teach Wealth of Nations. Well, that book don't work unless you teach the book that came before it, Moral Sentiments. But again, I don't want to go off on another tangent and another rant. We have, as a country, as a society, we have lost our way in so many areas that it's not funny. And it's kind of scary, the direction that we're headed. Speaking of lies, remember the marketing from Cyberpunk? Yes, exactly right. Case in point. Well said, Seven. Thank you, Old Crow Gaming. Appreciate that. I can understand the fun pimps getting upset over how someone plays their game if it's free. But since it's a game they're charging for, they should let us play the way we want. Again, I agree, especially considering they market this as a sandbox. So they should be thrilled. They should be, oh man, that's really cool when they see players come up with really unique solutions to every problem in the game. That's the point of a sandbox. All right. To be honest, I end up saying to people I don't know, or I think, or I'm not sure. I'm always unsure of stuff because I'm a bit afraid to be right when it ends up being wrong. Yeah, and that's another thing. There's nothing wrong with saying I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. Sadly, nowadays it's much more common for people to say they know and give a moronic answer to a question just to save face, because again, saying, that's another one, saying I don't know is frowned upon. I was like, well, why don't you know? Everybody knows this. Yeah, I don't know. How dare you being wrong? Shake my head. Yeah, exactly right. It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. It's like people want to be gods for some reason. Yeah, and the sooner you realize that you're not and you never will be, the happier you will be in life. We've so much of society has become so narcissistic and self-absorbed, and it's just, it's awful. Anyway, I don't want to go down that road again. And with the whole drinking water thing, I wonder if the pimps were ever stuck in an apocalypse situation, they'd survive, or if they'd save their empty water bottles. Something tells me they probably would. Super Flash Driver says, I love tangents. Well, you've come to the right place because I frequently veer off course, veer off topic, and rant about random stuff. Oh, nah, they'd eat them or throw them out. Yeah, they'd do the whole, there was a meme somebody posted on the forums. Like a guy takes a drink out of the beer bottle and then smashes the bottle over his head. That would be the fun pimps in the apocalypse. You are right though, preach, brother. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm just sharing my opinion. You know, I'm glad that I'm not the only one who feels this way. Definitely, for sure. I caused that oops. It's all good, man. If you didn't do it, somebody else would. It happens all the time. Let's see. Like I said, I'm staying in 20. Maybe 6 months after 21 drops, it'll be worth trying. Yeah, there's a lot of... I've been hearing that a lot, that people are either... They're going to switch back to an previous version, or stay on 20, or play the modded versions. But yeah, really not a lot of love for the vanilla version currently. So real quick, Delama, how you doing, man? Good to see ya. Welcome to the stream. And Camille, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. And Axel, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Thank you very much for joining. Let's see. Where was I? Where did I leave off? See, I like these kinds of streams, guys. I can, you know, nothing like really too focused game wise. I'm not, you know, running around doing a bunch of quests and doing a bunch of horde nights and that kind of thing. I'm just, you know, hanging out with you guys, chilling and going through chat, you know, having a conversation. These are the types of streams that I really love, and I really, you know, once again, Friday's the best night of the week for me. When is the day I see Savin playing Cuphead? That game looks tough, man. So yeah, I've spoken about it before. Like when I was growing up, I wasn't the one holding the controller when we played video games. I was the one who figured out how to beat the game. Just because, hold on a second. Why did that get blocked? Innovation, I don't know why, but your message got blocked here, so I'm going to unblock it. Welcome to the stream, and how are you? I am well. Thank you very much for asking. I appreciate that. Yeah, I wasn't the one who, I didn't have the hand-eye coordination, especially earlier in my life. So I wasn't very good at actually playing the game, like being the man at the controls, but I was very good at figuring out the game. I could explain to my brothers how to solve the puzzles, where they needed to go, what they needed to do. I could tell them, you know, the button combinations they needed to press and when and all that stuff. I just didn't have the physical dexterity and hand-eye coordination to pull it off myself, especially early on. So, yeah. I completely forgot. Oh, yeah. Cuphead. So, yes. Cuphead looks like a very, very difficult game. It takes a lot of quick movements and hand-eye coordination. That's another reason why I'm not you won't see me playing a lot of first-person shooters, because I'm just I'm not talented in those types of games. All right, let's keep on rolling. I thought Wellness was a really good game mechanic too. I did too. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Not sure they will ever go gold. I think they will. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, however. But, you know, the more time that passes, we're already 10 years into development, guys. And they keep making changes that it just seems like... I mean, we get the bandits in Alpha 21, right? We get the bandits. That's good. that's some new content. So I guess that's a step forward, but at the same time, they're completely revamping the crafting system. They're completely revamping the drinking water system. It seems again like one step forward, two steps back, which is an unfortunate reality when it comes to 7 Days to Die. It seems so. Okay. Hi, Seven. Well, hello, Camille. Thank you very much again for joining. I hope you are well. We are promised a complete game for how long now? We are in year 10. 10 years. A whole decade. Last time I heard they were aiming for gold in 2024. Yeah. I remember laughing at the one of the dev streams when Rick said, "Oh, we want to go gold this year," and I'm like, "Come on, dude." Come on. Because no way. We all knew, and that was the Alpha 20 live streams. Or we want to go gold next year, I think is what he said. So yeah, they wanted to get all the updates done and go gold in a year. And like, come on, man, you're not even close to that. And the simple fact that he would say that, I just shook my head. I was like, why would you say that? Why? What's the point? I mean, it's good to have goals, but you got to keep the goals realistic, right? It's like, it'd be like me saying, my goal by the end of the year is I want to have 2 million subscribers here on YouTube. And I'm going to have 2 million. No. That's a goal. It's not a realistic goal. And if I were to say that is my actual goal, you guys rightfully could say, hey, Savin, shut the hell up. Keep it in the realm of possibility here, bud. And I would, rightfully say, yeah, you're right. That's a very unrealistic goal. And it was stupid. It was silly of me to say that. And you would be right. But yeah, I honestly don't know. 2024, that'd be cool. I don't know. I still think it's going to be a few years yet, easily, before we get to a finalized version. All right. By the way, this game is going to turn 9 this year. Actually, well, so the first alpha dropped 9 years ago, but the development actually started a year before that. So, in alpha, it's 9 years, going on 10 years, and next year I forget the actual date of release, the first Alpha 1 release. But yeah, we're going on 9 years. We're already 9 years in alpha, and then an additional year in development before the alpha dropped. So, and that's just the Kickstarter campaign when they kicked that off. So yeah, 10 years. We have lost all common sense. Yes, common sense is not that common anymore, unfortunately. Hey, I finally made it to another stream. I'm really glad you did, man. Really glad you did. People equate being wrong to being stupid, and people can't stand looking stupid. Yes, which is like the exact opposite of how you actually gain knowledge and gain wisdom. There is nothing wrong with being wrong, and there's nothing wrong with saying that you don't know, because that's how you learn, And if you're wrong, you make a mistake. You own up to that, and you learn from that mistake, I'll give you guys an example. Earlier in Alpha 20, I made a video about the stealth mechanic. And I stumbled across the fact that every single new POI, every single zone, zombie spawn point in the POIs was set to attack, was set to active. So the moment that you entered that space, the zombies would automatically wake up and come and get you. And in the beginning, I stated that there were no other outside factors. I didn't say that specifically, but that's basically what I was kind of getting at. And I was like, that totally destroys the stealth mechanic, right? And so I released that video, and one of the devs actually left a comment on the video, and he said that there is a stealth check that happens in the background when you actually enter into the zone, right? Hold on a second. There we go. I don't know why it keeps flagging. I guess because you said stupid. We'll get to that here. Yeah. So I was unaware of this because they didn't make this. I mean, they buried it in like the like a tiny bit in one of the patch notes. It was a single line buried in the middle of the patch notes where it said that there was now a stealth check once you enter one of those zones on whether or not the zombies will actually detect you and wake up and come punch you in the face. So I missed it. I immediately, as soon as I learned this information, I did some more research, and I found out that, oh, okay, it's, in my opinion, still bad, but it's not quite as bad as I initially thought, right? And I went back and I made an update video to my stealth video. I admitted the fact, hey guys, I wasn't 100% right on this, right? I made a mistake. This is how it really works. Gave my opinion on that. Boom, released the video. That's the way it should happen, right? If you notice something, you find out that your previously held opinion or your previously held position is wrong, you learn new information, you're presented new information, you reassess your opinion based on the new information, and if your opinion changes, you change your opinion and explain why your opinion changed. You admit the fact, hey, you know what? I wasn't 100%, I wasn't right here. I made a mistake here. This is the mistake I made. There you go. Live and learn. It's exactly what I did. And that's, there's, in my opinion, nothing wrong with that. And I will continue to do that as I move down the road. If I'm presented new information that contradicts an opinion or something that I talk about, and it changes my opinion, absolutely, I will update my opinion. I will release an update video, and that's the way it should be. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're right. Sadly, a lot of times nowadays, people equate being wrong with being stupid. People can't stand looking stupid. You're right. And that's, in my opinion, that is stupid. Because the only way we learn is by making mistakes. And here's the other thing, guys. If you constantly believe you're always right, you will never learn. You'll never grow. Because if you're right, if I'm right, why do I need to explore any other possibilities? No, I'm right. I'm right. So why would I look into this any further, right? Why would I continue to pursue this? I'm right. I got that. I got that down. Right? So if you go into things always constantly thinking that you are right, you will never ever learn, because you'll have no intellectual curiosity. When I face issues or come to opinions, I try to be skeptical, right? I form my opinion based on research, and then I you test that opinion. You open your ears to alternative points of view, and you look into what they are presenting, and then you use the new information that you find against what your previously held opinion, and you see if there's if you need to adjust your opinion. That's how you learn. Anyway, I'm going off on another tangent here. Still wondering how many alphas there are going to be before gold. I would say at least 3. They might be able to get away with. I mean, after Alpha 21, they might be able to get away with it with only 2. But yeah, I would say at least 3. So Alpha 24 maybe might be the last one if we're lucky. So. But just a guess, not sure. Seems like they project manager to lead their team. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how the development is structured. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure how that works. What really bugs me is that the Fun Pimp apologists will use the excuse it's still in alpha. That's not an excuse. It's been 10 years. The game should not be in alpha anymore. Yeah, and even if the game is in alpha, it still does not absolve the Fun Pimps of their responsibilities when it comes to development and the way they market the game. Just because it's in alpha does not mean they can tell us one thing and give us another. Hey man, it just takes one video to get major attention. Hope you get there one day, brother. Yeah. I was just using that as an example. Realistically, from a realistic standpoint on YouTube, the people who have reached the 2 million subscriber mark, it happened over a very long period of time. The overnight success stories on YouTube, they are very, very rare and few and far between. And generally speaking, the people who do achieve that, they have a lot of previous experience and knowledge that helps. They're very intentional, right? They use their previous experience and knowledge to form their channels in a way that leads to that like instant success. So yeah, it is very few and far between, the overnight success stories. Even the ones who people think are overnight success stories, generally speaking, take years to get to the point where they are. So we'll get there, slowly but surely. Let's see. Words of my dissertation. At some point, you have to make an end. Very true. Very true. Before beta, it was a flash game on a website. Talking about Cuphead? I wonder if they'll ever show where the airdrops are coming from, or explain how the drop plane can break the radiation zone, considering it goes from bedrock to space. Good questions. Yeah, there's a lot about this world that I hope, a lot of questions that we do not know the answers to, that I hope the Fun Pimps ultimately will provide at some point. I watched Game Edge explode from 5K to 250 in no time. You got to do some collab, get your name out there. When you're on YouTube, guys, it all depends on your goals. Would I love to have 1 million subscribers? Yeah. Is that my primary focus? No. My channel's been growing slowly but steadily for the past year and a half, and I didn't even notice, but we just recently passed 15,000 subscribers, so thank you all for that. It actually happened when I came down with the Rona. So I completely forgot to say thank you guys, but yeah, awesome milestone. Thank you guys very much. So yeah, if that were my main focus, were to gain subscribers and grow the channel and all that kind of stuff, there's definitely things I could do to kick that into higher gear, but that's not my top priority. at the moment. Would I love to grow the channel? Absolutely. I would be lying if I said otherwise. But is it my top priority? I don't think I could say that it's my top priority. So, but yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, man. Totally understand what you're saying, and you're right. You're absolutely right. It's definitely possible. You are stupid if you insist on being wrong. Well, you shouldn't insist on being wrong, but you should, at the same time, you should not insist that you are always right. That's counterproductive. If you face situations thinking that you are always right, you'll never learn anything. I didn't know one of the devs commented. That's cool. Which dev? I forget. It's the programmer dude. What's his name? Fatal? I think's the guy's name. Yeah, he was the one who commented on the video and pointed out the errors of my ways. And I appreciated him for that. I was like, oh, cool. Thank you very much for this information. I researched it. Yep, he was absolutely right. I made an update video addressing that point. So, yeah, I appreciated it. Let's see there we go. Nobody does that anymore. Yeah, it is, yeah. Stealth build is still a good build. It is. Yes, it is. I was just not a fan of this changes to the stealth system overall. It makes it's still a good build, but it's not nearly as good as it once was, which maybe, it deserved to be nerfed a little bit, but I was not a fan of again how they went about nerfing that stealth build. But I am always right, though. Stealth is my favorite. I like sneaking through and assassinating everything. I always play stealth. Yeah, for the longest time, like for instance, in Skyrim, the stealth archer is like the god build. It's the go-to. Everyone has played the stealth archer build. And I prefer stealth in a lot of games. However, when I started 7 Days to Die, I actually... my go-to was always more of a strength build, because I loved smashing the jerks in the face with my club and shooting them in the face with my shotgun. That was my go-to in the beginning. But I do agree that the stealth build is it's a lot of fun, guys. It really is, and it's kind of cool clearing. Well, it's not as easy now, but it used to be much easier. Clearing an entire giant POI. Without waking up a single zombie. I loved being able to do that. Just gives you a sense of satisfaction taking out every single zombie jerk without a single one of them ever knowing that you were there. I love archery in general in most games. Yeah, which again, this drinking water update, guys, it's another reason I'm, I feel for the archery players, the ones that use the exploding bolts, because they're kind of screwed. Okay, I don't care for stealth. I just go in banging pots and pans. I'm with you, Schneidi. I'm with you. Absolutely. I think it is interesting. You can shoot a zombie while sneaking, get the sneak damage, and a zombie across the street will hear you. Yeah, yeah, that is rather interesting. Another thing I love is zombies can smash concrete and steel blocks, yet you shoot a zombie in the hand and kill them. I laugh all the time. I do a sneak shot, shoot them right in the wrist. They're powerful enough to, they've got auger hands. They can break through steel. But yeah, you shoot them in the hand, and down they go. Oh, it's so funny. Or when a wandering horde comes in behind you. Good times, yes. Unless you're using a gun. I see it all the time in alpha. Silence gun will still make noise, just quieter. Yes, yes, very true. Better to use a crossbow or bow, unless you can get close enough with a knife and or machete. Yeah, or knife or machete. Yeah, even a silenced, even I think the hunting rifle. I did a video on the silencers. I forget exactly offhand the quietest weapons, but I think they kind of all there's different tiers, and even the quietest firearm with a silencer still makes a little bit of noise, and you got to be careful. All right. Loadout is normally machete, compound crossbow, silenced desert vulture, and home wrecker for when things go south. Fully pallet and ghillie pants and jacket. Yes, absolutely. Good loadout, good build. Even bows of all kinds would alert outside zombies. Yes. The absinthe hits differently during a live stream. I'd argue with the buffs to bow, crossbow, it's still really good, even with triggers and checks. Yeah, they definitely buffed the bows, that is for sure. Well, they didn't. I don't think they actually buffed the bows. I think it was they buffed the ammo, right? I don't remember right offhand, but yes, you're right. The change to the bows definitely made them more viable. Zombie auger hands, yes. Figure quietest is probably the pistol or SMG. I wish I actually made a spreadsheet of all of the noise levels for each of the weapons, and I believe the pistol and the hunting rifle. There were like 3 or 4 weapons that were like I said, they were like different tier lists, right? So like the louder weapons, if I remember right, God, I can't remember the results. But yeah, if you go on the channel and search for the silencer, I did a whole video breaking down what the noise level of every single weapon is, every firearm that you can attach a silencer to, and a lot of them were exactly the same. So they all fit, like I said, into different tiers of quietness, I guess. And I'm pretty sure you're right. The SMG and this, it's single fire, because if you use a full auto mode, every shot would increase the noise level. But for single shots, they all fit into. I think there were 4 categories where the noise level would peak at the exact same noise level every single time for a single shot. Let's see. Sneak damage on bows got buffed, I thought. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was the ammo that got buffed. I could be wrong about that. So like the actual ranged damage of the actual ammo itself. So it wasn't the bow that got an increase in damage output. It was the ammunition. But again, it's been so long since I looked into that. I could be completely wrong there, guys. Be more likely to awaken someone inside the building rather than outside with a silenced weapon. Yes, exactly right. You are right. Still get pretty good report outside. The sound would bounce off nearby buildings and mountains. Yeah. Again, I think this kind of goes back to the world building. We don't know exactly. We don't know much about these zombies, right? We don't know what makes them tick. You know, why? Because one of my questions early on was, well, if the zombies are sleeping, what exactly does that mean, right? So yeah, that we would have to know more about the world, more about the actual zombies themselves, to really make sense of some of the things that go on, I guess. Let's see. Normal Pumpkin, welcome to the stream. Oh, hey, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. Let's see. You might be right. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, don't take what I say with as gospel, but I'm pretty sure that that's how the change works. But again, I could be mistaken. Anyway, it was an interesting change. The bow weapons are much more powerful. Much more powerful. All right, guys. Well, we are about 3 hours in. I think we had a pretty healthy discussion on the drinking water update. If you missed any of tonight's stream, the replay will be available on Savin's World Live, probably on Sunday. So yeah, definitely check that out. Again, probably afternoon on Sunday. It all depends on how long YouTube takes to process the video. So YouTube loves to take its time. If you haven't yet, make sure and hit that like button. Let YouTube know you enjoyed this. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Next week, I've got a couple of cool videos. I'm going to be doing a base building video, inspired by my good friend Asmo from his brand new. I thought I heard a dog. Could be wrong. His brand new channel, Asmo's World, which he just launched. So we'll talk all about that on Monday. And then I've got an update video, kind of a second parter to the drinking water update. I'm going to be talking all about the glue problem in that video. So check those out. Be on the lookout for those. Thank you to the gentleman who left a super chat. Really appreciate that. Your guys' that really does go a long way. Super chats, the memberships, and I thank everyone who was able to do that. If you're not, even hitting that like button or subscribing to the channel goes a long way towards helping out and helping the channel and helps me keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you guys again. All right. What am I missing? Next week we'll be back, probably doing some more 7 Days to Die, talking about some more update news. I think we'll do. I like these. Like I said, I like these laid back, chill streams. I like them a lot because it allows me to interact with all of you. We can discuss the game in a more of a laid back, environment. So I think that's probably what we're going to be doing moving forward. And I'll keep you guys abreast of if I learn any new information about Alpha 21 when it's coming out. As of yet, I don't have any news on that front, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Bivroy, thank you very much for that $2 super chat. Says many thanks. You are quite welcome, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, again, guys, if you missed any of the stream, Savin's World Live, it will be updated, or the replay will be published there on Sunday. Head over there and check that out. If you haven't yet, subscribe to that channel. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for the conversation. Again, thank you for indulging my rants and tangents and all that fun stuff. And I will be back next week for another live stream. Oh, cool. Streamlabs is working. Awesome. Yeah, we'll be back next week. More videos coming out Monday and Wednesday. Back to our regular schedule. Back to our regular Savin's World content. But for now, this is Savin saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in Savin's World. And remember, the average gamer is always king of the hill on the bell curve. Have a great weekend, everybody.